Now we are on the air. We just got to cut. Tonight we're going to be flying the Voodoo P-51 Mustang Racing Edition, which is an American plane, originally intended as a warplane. But just like the Spitfire, it has a sort of, oh god. What? This sort of veering off the runway because of the torque from the propeller. Just like the Spitfire, it has a sort of cultural significance in America. And yes, the airport I'm taking off from is Biggin Hill in the UK, which is where they have the Heritage Channel, where they look after and restore and maintain the... Why isn't my plane turning? Oh, there we are. Yes, Biggin Hill in the UK is where they look after, maintain, restore the original Battle of Britain Spitfires. This plane seems to be doing circles on the runway.
Got a comment from Martha.
What is going on here?
Yeah, she's watching.
The engine on this is really powerful.
Are the messages coming through to your chat box?
Yes, they are. The chat box is working. What's not working is my plane. It's just sort of... Yeah.
Whoa, hang on. There's three viewers. Somebody else has tuned in quickly. Say hello.
Hello. Yeah, I'm just having some trouble getting this thing to take off. It's so powerful. It's spinning around on the runway. Come on. Yeah, we sort of just got it into the air from Biggin Hill by taking off from the grass.
Do you count as a viewer?
No, that was really kind of hilarious. You should have seen it. It was spinning around and not even the rudder could do anything. But I've got it into the air now. Yes. If you are dropping into the stream,
hi, Martha.
Please leave a message in the chat. Be much appreciated. As I was saying, this was originally a warplane that America built in World War II, just like we did the Spitfire. But it's gained quite a bit of cultural significance there. And now it's a racing plane. She already has, under Samantha's account.
Where?
This particular plane is the Voodoo, which you can read about on Wikipedia. There's a whole article about it, as well as about the P-51. I also suggest you go read about the Spitfire on there too, which is our version of it. Well, it's our plane. Yes, feels weird flying an American plane in the UK. This is the this particular one comes with the Steam edition of Flight Simulator X.
Fly it in Japan.
No, I'm not doing that. That'd just be sick. This is also not a snow plane. It's already going about 500 miles per hour, as you can see there from the gauge. North American P-51. It really is an iconic plane, just like how Spitfire is. They say a lot of different things are named after the P-51. If you know your pens, you know in the 1950s Parker made a fountain pen called the Parker 51. And they say that was named after like the P-51 plane. But I think they denied it. The pen company denied ever deliberately naming the pen after this model of plane. We also have our flap speeds down here, which is very useful, as this thing goes so fast for such a small plane it is. Do not extend full flaps above. How long is the stream? About an hour and 10 minutes or so, that's how long we usually are. Do not operate landing gear above that speed. just telling you to not tear the plane apart by doing stupid things with it. North American F-15D serial number. I don't know why it says F-15. Actually, no, it's F-51. F-51D. I don't know why it says F instead of P. But it's there. You see here we've got our joystick, which has no buttons on it. This joystick's for flying only. And we've got our throttle, our propeller control. This feathers the propeller, so it's a variable pitch propeller. You see the planes jumping about all over the place as I'm doing that. There's your throttle mixture.
Ask Martha what she thinks of the plane.
Yeah, what do you think of the plane? Americans like this one, just like we like the Spitfire. That's some sort of G-force meter down there. There's your trim there. Landing lights. Your starter. And yes, there's such a thing as racing planes, just like we do with cars and horses and whatnot. I'm not sure if we do it, I don't think so, but America definitely does do it.
I just thought my picture this picture around.
With highly manoeuvrable stunt planes like this.
Oh yeah, just figured it out. This is your picture around, I think.
It can indeed fly upside down, as all planes should do. Well, all stunt planes anyway, and all super manoeuvrable planes. I've actually lost 2 viewers, which is a bit of a shame, but they didn't follow standard practice anyway, which is to leave a comment on the stream or just drop something in the chat so I can identify you as a new viewer and not something else like a robot or a piece of software. To be honest, if you're going to be watching a stream, you should at least be sociable with the person who is doing it. What's the point of watching it without putting something in the chat? This is not the TV. Oh, the irony.
How many
Yeah.
viewers you got?
1.
Sure.
Yes.
Who is Martha? Ask Martha if she's still watching.
2 viewers now. The viewers going all over the place. This is a very famous plane, so I won't be surprised if we get quite a bit of viewers tonight. After all, America is a big country, and everyone knows this plane. I'm currently flying into a cloud at the moment. Probably shouldn't be doing that. The propeller is massive. I'm not sure if this particular one is a turboprop or a piston engine. Probably a piston engine. It is, yeah. I can see the exhaust out there, so it is a piston engine. It looks quite similar to the British Spitfire with the exhaust ports. Just get some cinematic shots of it. Unfortunately, this plane has got no smoke system, or at least I do not think it has one, so we can't flip on the smoke and do things like that. Play with the smoke. Just nosedive it, shall we? Probably shouldn't have done that because like flap speeds and things.
What?
So here we are down at the River Thames, in London, UK at the moment. We're going to just have a fly around. Just put that back up like that. So we go fly through Tower Bridge, things like that, and fly next to Big Ben. Well, I guess we can. There's London City Airport over there and One Canada Square. Some of the scenery in this game, it just really isn't there, which is quite a shame. I know there's third-party add-ons for it, but I just can't be bothered to get them. I hope that they're definitely going to be nostalgic with the scenery when it comes to Flight Simulator 2020, but that's not coming out until at most the end of this year. Just trying to tell my brother to keep it down. I'm live streaming, you know, things like that. Of course he doesn't care. If we keep following this, we'll actually end up in Oxford. Let's fly back now. The manoeuvres that this plane can pull off, it's pretty much the same as the Spitfire in that regard. It's very manoeuvrable. It can take a lot of G's. It's also quite similar to the extra 300.
Oi, Martha, where the hell are you? Start speaking.
Just gonna fly over the power station here. I've got crash detection turned off. That is so I can do ridiculous, dangerous stunts to attract viewers and keep them watching. Things like this. That was a close one, wasn't it? Every night, every stream, you do that. Can you stop calling out to our viewers, even if they are family?
Our only viewer that we ever gonna have.
Just fly through Tower Bridge here.
Wow.
Very easy in a plane like this because of its small size and easy manoeuvrability. You can fly past the Canary Wharf and One Canada Square. Yes, I know American plane in the UK. I really do not know of any American airports that I was familiar with.
I don't think Martha's watching it, was it after?
London Airport. Just flying above it. This plane makes a really nice noise. Very soothing engine note. It reminds me of the Spitfire, and not in that with Mark II, in that it's got a really nice sound to it. I'm not sure if that gauge is to the left, just above the throttle, and below the serial number it says 200 on it. Maybe engine hours or something. We only have one viewer and it's you on your phone, so how about you turn it off so we can see the real viewer count for once. You can also turn off your phone, turn off your gob too, so I can actually get some viewers. Turn off your gob too. Just following the Thames here to get to the QE2 bridge. Oh, we can also open up the canopy by pushing Shift D.
Still there. Martha, are you still there?
He's really getting infuriating now. Now he's just blown his nose. No wonder I don't have very much of audience retention. Yeah, are you still there, Martha, or have you gone? We can't expect viewers to stick around forever. Why? I was probably making her motion sick with all the stunts. Oh god, let's not let that happen. This has got quite an array of instruments, manifold pressure, RPM, engine things, radios. You'll understand it if you know how to fly planes. Yeah. If you can, I will appreciate it if you drop something in the chat just so I can identify you as a human viewer and not a bot or something. I think that streaming should be more. I think that streaming should be more socialised than saying like television. And I think just watching without saying anything in the chat to the streamer is a bit boring. If you want that, go get a television. But this isn't about that. These planes also sap fuel like mad. They haven't got much in the way of fuel economy. We do have pitot heat on this. Instrument panel nights. But I do not think we have smoke. No. I've no idea what that switch I just flipped was. I'm just trying to turn it off now. ADI. That's Heathrow Airport over there, I think. Yeah, it is Heathrow, isn't it? Just let me get my GPS up so I can identify airports more easily. Because of you. You're the problem. Also, viewers never actually want to say anything in the chat and actually talk to me, which is another problem. Seriously, don't stick around and check out what this is. Actually talk in the chat. That's what it's meant for. This plane is just such fun to fly. You mind not clicking? That's gonna drive our viewers away. Good. Yeah, sorry about that. My brother makes all these noises and everything while I'm streaming. He does it on purpose. 1-800 skydive. I'm pretty sure you guys know what that is a reference to. I don't. Probably a skydiving school in America. We go fast because we got the P-51 racer. Yes, it's called the P-51 Mustang. Another thing is, a lot of people say the Ford Mustang car is named after that. It's not really. The Mustang is a horse that is native to America. So by calling something a Mustang, you're basically saying it's a big well-bred horse. Well, technically I've got the range of a Mustang. And it's pretty powerful, let me just tell you that. It will beat your V6 EcoBoost thing. Also a Mustang, and it will beat your Mustang horse breed too. They also beat the V8 Mustang. This is a V12 Mustang. Just get some nice cinematic shots of it here. It's actually looking a lot like the television programs for the Spitfire here in the UK. They get a lot of shots like this over the countryside at a much lower altitude. It's pretty cool, it looks amazing. And yes, the canopy is open, I'm going to close it. We're actually at 10,000 feet. I'm not sure how I even got up here without the engine cutting out. We can descend fast enough though. Upside down. Just the way I like it. This is not a short takeoff or landing plane either. This is very powerful, very fast. It was so powerful that the propeller torque actually sent it spinning around on the runway, which is why I had to take it off like that. Just about to fly over the airport here. I think it's Gatwick. Not exactly sure. Let me just look and tell you what airport that is. Yeah, Gatwick. Come on, we need to descend faster. We're approaching the ground at one hell of a rate, aren't we? And when you hear the engine kicking all the way and you think this thing is ridiculous. I wish I was on multiplayer with other people in this so I could fly in formation. When we're going to do the propeller shot as we go past like that. Yeah, this plane's pretty fun. If you have Flight Simulator X with the expansion pack, or you just have it on Steam, definitely check it out, definitely give it a fly. Even if you don't know much about planes, it's a blast. It really is. Now the propeller, even the propeller is just massive compared to the plane. They put a massive prop on this. And yes, it is a tail dragger. I'll say that when I attempt to land it. yeah. I hope you're enjoying these cinematic shots, viewers. These fantastic quality material. That's the parking brake, I think. This light was flashing earlier. I'm not sure what that's for. That meter says 400 hours. Total hours. Oh, so it's an engine hour meter. That's to be expected on this sort of plane. You have to keep good track of the hours your engine has been operating for. You make fuel consumption calculations, you do dead reckoning off of it, I guess. It's a bit like miles on a car. Yes, you're seeing this full loop. My GPS just is not really, just doesn't like that. It's going all over the place. So I recommend viewers to just look up this plane, the P-51 Mustang, and then the Supermarine Spitfire. That's the famous warplanes from World War II from America and Britain. Germany had the Messerschmitt 109 too. That was one of the first planes to incorporate a well, it's one of the first planes to incorporate a spiral on the propeller cone to indicate to airport ground staff that there's a rotating propeller. Before that, they had it on the prop itself. So that's an interesting fact to know about the Messerschmitt. There was also the whole debate about the whole thing about the fact that carbureted planes that use carburetor fuel injection on the engines can't do this for an on time because fuel would starve to the engine. It would starve the engine of the fuel and it would eventually just cut out. But when they did fuel injection, of course that solved a lot of things. Just flying off the coast of Great Britain at the moment. We're going to fly up the coast of Great Britain. Let's do that, shall we? Go past Brighton and all that. I'm just using my nav to determine a nearby airport. Ah, Goodwood. So, where exactly are we? Yes, let's just fly on the coastline of Britain. The little fact about Britain is that it has a fractal coastline. It's quite like really rough. It's got an unusually high amount of that. The surface area of it is ridiculous. There's a mathematical thing for it. There's a books about it, the coastline of Britain, mathematical and all that. I'm not really a maths person myself, so I can't really explain it. It's called the H dimension, and that determines how rough or impure an object is, such as the the coastline of Great Britain. Of course, if you look at a cloud, it's extremely fluffy looking and not perfectly rounded or anything like that. That's because of the same thing. But hey, we're here to talk about planes, not mathematics. Well, maybe, dead reckoning. I'm going to check out the airport down there and work out which one it is. Shoreham. This is the Voodoo Library, which there's a whole Wikipedia page about that. It's an American thing. I don't really know about it. It's to do with the culture, about how these are racing planes nowadays and not warplanes. Of course, America's got way faster things to use in war, like the F-15 and maybe F-35 Lightning. I don't know if they use that though. I definitely know they have the F-15 though. That's for certain. Just changing something on my vision mixer where it wasn't set up correctly at first. Also, if my microphone sounds a little bit better in the nice rooms, it's because I've added a compressor onto it, which is like it's a standard for radio shows and TV and things like that. It makes louder, quieter and quieter louder, so it evens out the whole thing. So it doesn't matter if I get near to it or further away from it, it still sounds pretty much the same. And also, sorry if it's picking up any pops or plosives. I don't have a pop filter. And again, double apology for any joystick noise of the buttons or anything like that. There's a VOR station down there. Oh, and is this New Haven? Yeah, it is. This is currently New Haven. I'm flying by. Place in the UK, seaside place. Got a harbour and a lighthouse, which would be there. Or at least I think that's it. I'm not entirely sure. I think that's New Haven. The sat nav won't really tell me that where exactly I am in the oh, look, a boat in the UK. It just works on airports and VORs and NDBs and things like that. This has been quite an exciting plane that I've flown so far in this series of streams. This sounds amazing, it is amazing to fly. There's other libraries too, but I decided to choose this one, which is also, this exact one's also featured on the thumbnail too, for this stream. Could that be Brighton? I'm not sure, probably not. There's never any airports around this area of the UK. That's me clicking my tongue. Around in the 3 millionth loop I have done tonight. Yeah, we're going to fly back to Nan now and actually Nan this thing. We're going to go to the nearest airport page, choose the nearest airport and Nan that it. There you go, now we have vectors to an airport. EGKH, we're going to now commence the landing. And I may even contact air traffic control. So it's 2 minutes to get there. The clock does not seem to be functional on this particular aircraft, which is a bit of a problem. One airport. There you go, head corn. Okay, we've told ATC where we are, but we haven't got clearance yet. We're only about 10 nautical miles away from it now. This plane goes fast. Decreasing throttle. Yeah, decreasing throttle, descending now to be on approach for it. Runway 29 at Headcorn Airport. Unfortunately, I think my viewer base is ruined because my brother made fun of me on Twitter and all this and that. If you have seen any, if you have been here because of a tweet, please let me know. I'll track down the problem and eliminate it using whatever action necessary. Oh, new viewer. Hello, welcome to my stream. I'm just trying to... Oh, that nasty non. Little tip for viewers, don't come to check us out. Actually watch the stream. I should probably act more natural when more viewers come on, instead of rephrasing what I'm doing. So where exactly is the airport, may I ask? Is that it? Just a little airfield? We'll fly some distance out from it, and then we'll turn back on approach, and then we'll land at it, like we're doing now. If I can actually get visual contact, if you know what I mean, I can't actually see it. Oh, there it is. Right. This isn't gonna go good. I probably should have paid more attention to getting it on approach and things like that. I feel sorry for this plane now, just really bounced it off the runway. I didn't even land it on the runway. But yeah, that's it for this part of the stream. Now we're going to go on to a bonus segment involving the Northrop B2, where I'm going to fly that. Why is this being so noisy? What is wrong with this? Oh, if one thing, if I shut off the engine, I can show you the feathering prop. You can see the pitch of that changing as I move the propeller control. But now we're going to go over to the test card while I change the plane to Northrop B2. We fly around in that and we attempt to land it. So stick around, leave that knob where it is. Don't adjust your set. I'll be back in about 30 seconds. So here we are, back at Biggin Hill with the Northrop B2 stealth bomber. This thing is just really nailed. It's a turbofan engine. Also on last night's stream we did the minute silence for the 747, so if you missed out, definitely check out last night's stream. It's sad to see the 747 go. It's been used like the original jumbo jet aircraft. But this aircraft, this is not a passenger aircraft by any means. There's also a HUD too.
Don't sink.
This is capable of operating in what's known as the high subsonic range, which is Mach 0.95, which is very near to the speed of sound, but it isn't exactly the speed of sound. You can also see we've got basically the same instruments from the passenger jets from Flight Simulator. This also does not have, this particular add-on does not have a virtual cockpit either, only the 2D cockpit, and you can pretty much agree on the fact that it's nailed, very nailed. It's what's called a flying wing design, which, as the name implies, it's a wing which flies. It has no tail, it has no fuselage, even the engines are hidden. This thing is stealth, it can be hidden from radar. It's not really stealth from the human either. It's gonna bring more attention on the ground than anything else visually, but it's here. It's the stealth bomber. They're unfortunately phasing this one out too for the Northrop B-21 Raider. Well, look at that, that is just... This thing is very manoeuvrable for the kind of craft it is. The engines are just turbofans that are hidden in the hidden within the wing. They are not afterburning though. I should imagine if this thing was afterburning, it'd be able to operate in the supersonic range, which... To be a stealth aircraft, you need to go fast over and without making booms. Well, the HUD looks really weird on this. It looks like a strange HUD. You can just hear how those engines kick in, can't you? Yes, I know. From the ground, it just looks absolutely astonishing, really. It's like a UFO. This thing really is more alien spacecraft than any other plane. They always have been mistaken for UFOs. I don't think that will ever stop, really.
Pull up. Don't sink.
Well, that was close.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
That is the ground proximity alert system going nuts at me for bringing this thing so near to the ground. I think I just chopped a smokestack off there with my wing.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
It just sounds and looks epic, really. And it goes fast too. What more could you want out of your airplane?
Don't sink. Pull up. Sink rate. Pull up. Don't sink.
I'm not sure if I'll be able to do tower bridge in this. It might be a bit too big.
Pull up.
No, I just chopped it slightly. That was funny.
Sink rate. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't. Don't sink.
One way of avoiding buildings, isn't it?
Don't sink. Don't
It's
sink.
swift, it's all black,
Don't
it's
sink.
like...
Don't sink. Don't sink.
This plane is just so scary.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
It
Don't sink.
really is. This plane can kill people without anyone even knowing, not even those with access to the highest of technology. Isn't that just scary? Let that fact sink in for a
Don't sink.
second.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
This thing has all sorts of complex flight computers in the engine, things like that. It's all fly-by-wire, of course, the whole thing is. Now to show you how strangely effective the flaps are. Yeah, that's what happens. with the flaps when you turn them on. Not even the speed brake is as effective. We need our gear down to perform this landing. Oh, we got 2 viewers now.
Think rate.
Well, you're currently watching the bonus segment where I'm flying the Northrop Grumman B-2 stealth bomber. It literally is like a man-made UFO, and it could pass off as a UFO in real life and has. When observed from the ground, it just has this really ominous appearance.
Think rate. Think rate. Too low. Flaps. Think rate. Don't sink.
Oh, hello, who are you? Bobby Robot.
Don't sink.
Welcome to the stream.
Don't
Thanks
sink.
for... There's that
Don't
dot.
sink.
Full stop.
Don't sink.
I wish the plane would stop moaning about me being too low.
Too low. Flaps.
I'm not putting the flaps on, they make them...
Too low. Flaps.
They're too effective.
Too low. Flaps.
Yeah, that's what flaps do. The flaps make it drop out of the sky like that. That's how strangely effective they are. It says LE flaps. Is that not some abbreviation for something, or is that the French word name for the? Quite interesting. We can of course take off again. One of these actually crashed back in 2008 due to a faulty sensor in the wing. The pilot and mission commander ejected out of it though and survived. The plane did not survive though, and they had to ground all of them until they found out what the problem was. This plane could have had a premature death then, but fortunately it didn't, and only now, this year, into next year, that they're actually replacing it with the B-51 Raider. There's a BT building with that old logo on it. I don't even think they use that logo anymore.
Think rate. Think rate. Think rate.
Gherkin building.
Think rate. Think rate.
Noise it makes when you put the landing gear down. Just so how ridiculously powerful the flaps are again.
Pull up. Pull up. Think rate. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't Don't sink.
Just, it's very,
Don't sink.
it's a plane that scares me,
Don't
to be
sink.
honest. It looks scary, it's very foreboding.
Flaps.
Oh, welcome
Too
to
low.
the stream,
Flaps.
new viewer.
Don't sink.
That's what happens when you put the flaps on too early in this. For some reason, the flaps are very strangely powerful and effective. We're going to take off now and actually just put the flaps on in the air. Just to see what happens. I bet we'll just fall out of the sky. This also has a very strange contrail because of how close the engines are together. It sort of starts out thin and goes thick further night. This fin really does create cirrus clouds. Yeah, so what happens when you put the flaps on in mid-air? This. Just say that again. We're going above 200 knots at the moment. Let's gain some speed and altitude. And we'll do that again. I'll do that again. Over the QE2 bricks. And show you that this thing has flaps so powerful it just drop out of the sky. Oh, 3 viewers, nice. Welcome to the stream. You're currently watching the bonus segment where I'm talking about ridiculously fast, stealthy military tech. No, he's gone. You just see that the airspeed drops instantly. And with the engines on full, you can only get about 78 knots out of it.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Putting the flaps on even more now, that's going to end up in disaster. Oh god, no.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Oh my god, the noise! I haven't got crash detection turned on, so it's just continuously bouncing off the ground.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
I put the gear up. Yeah, so you really do have to be careful of the flaps on this thing, or that happens. No, not again, please. There probably is a technical reason for it being like that. Nice thing we're going to do is we're just going to do about to as high as we can get, and we're just going to put the flaps on full and basically hover in an aircraft while also stalling. 30,000 feet. You can see that weird contrail I was talking about now. See, it starts off thin and goes big. Or you also see how foreboding it looks in the air. Currently do about 370 knots. Flaps on full, look at this. Just stopped straight in the air. There's a stall warning going off. I wonder why. See, you can see that contrail getting thicker. You actually see that the flaps just put the plane into a stall instantly. Well, I'm going to land it now, and well, that's it for the night then. Stream's going off there. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night. There's going to be another stream. Well, maybe I might not do a stream tomorrow night because Sunday. Not that I'm religious, I just don't need a day for myself instead of streaming every night. So let's see if we can just drop down onto London Airport just perfectly. No. This is quite bad. We're just falling. Falling. Straight into the Thames. Insert EastEnders theme here. Let's see if we can land it from this awkward angle, shall we?
Rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Too low. Flaps. Up.
A bit uneven on the gear, but there we are. We got it on the ground, at least. So, that's it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed watching. There may or may not be one tomorrow night. You'll be able to watch the video, we'll be able to watch the stream in full as a video tomorrow. That's it. Good night. Why is this taking so long to... Something's still running. I have to shut it down. But that's it for tonight. Good night.